Today we're talking about something that's pretty important, especially if you struggle with anxiety or overthinking, and that is self awareness. I'd say I'm pretty self aware. If there was a disaster situation, I think I could keep my cool. I think I could stay fairly level headed and figure out how to work through it. But self awareness isn't this permanent state, it's situational. Just because I can be self aware in one situation doesn't mean I can be self aware in every situation. For me, the one area where I struggle with self awareness is certain social situations. And I feel like a lot of people with social anxiety might think they're self aware in these situations. They're in their head thinking about what others are maybe thinking and convincing themselves that people are talking about them. It seems like they're self aware. When that conversation in your head is more negative, that's leaning more towards the self consciousness side. That constant self monitoring and getting stuck in their head, that's the complete opposite of like a healthy self awareness. What would a healthy self awareness look like? Instead of having those clearly unhelpful thoughts, you would have thoughts that were more realistic. So a self conscious thought would be, I'm worried I'm not going to come across good and I'll probably make a mistake. While a more realistic self awareness thought would be, I can see this back and forth is adding to my anxiety. It's not working. I need to be okay with having some doubts and trying to fight off this uncertainty. It's kind of making things worse. So, with a good level of self awareness, there's no intrusive thoughts, no back and forth in your mind. You know that doubts are natural and that having 100% certainty just isn't possible. Essentially, there's less ego. You're not constantly thinking about yourself. So, yeah, my self awareness in a lot of areas I think is pretty decent, but I'm working on the social side of it, and over time, it's already starting to get much better. One thing I found pretty helpful was realizing that you can't think your way into a new way of acting. You need to act your way into a new way of thinking. And I think that's a Tim Ferriss quote. Essentially, trying to improve my self awareness in social settings required me to be in social settings and improve it in the moment. I could do loads of research on how to be more present in social situations, but nothing's going to beat just putting myself out there and learning in the moment. So I'm curious, what is your self awareness like, and are there any areas where you feel like it needs a little improving?